We have been getting a lot of crescendo over a past few months through things like DBT13, some of very good support, and new deck from the LBTO4 is kind of like a neutral instead of like a descendo. Unfortunately though, we are getting a very first descendo in last few months, and that is unfortunately come in the form of a new right line for Pacifica. Pacifica is definitely one of the units that has to be considered if you are bringing encounter card back for Bermuda Triangle, and I'll have to say it is a good target together with the other encounter right line, Prism. But I will have to say Pacifica, the new Pacifica playstyle is a little bit underwhelming at the moment.
Are you sure about that?
And if you're considering the fact that Ridicule tends to get a much later support compared to the other nations, you got a deck that feels like it should have came out in either LBTO2 or LBTO3 and not LBTO4. And today I'm gonna be explaining exactly what Pacifica does and why I thought of it that way. Okay, so this is editing McMegane here, and just to give a slightly long disclaimer here, my opinion that I made in the video will still be accurate to what I'm thinking, but I'm not holding on to it as harsh as the video, purely because I finally understand how the Pacifica work, and I feel that my testing stream wasn't doing the Pacifica's justice properly. So for that, I apologize. So yeah, just to make sure the clarification is clear enough. Let's start off with Pacifica playstyle first, and the easiest way for me to describe it is essentially it plays very similar to Shaman with the back row attacks, but it sacrifices every aspect of the aggression that Shaman has for utility. You see, the main Pacifica you are using as your Vanguard has two very powerful abilities, one of which is returning a card from your hand back to deck. This includes triggers to draw 2 cards, and then the other ability is when you attack, you may counterblast 1 and soul blast 1 Pacifica from your soul to search for any normal unit from your deck and call it to a Regard circle. These two abilities are actually pretty damn solid. I mean, ability to just get consistent draw 2 we have seen with Alden is very good. And then the fact that the deck help you to search for any cards that is normal unit from your deck is one of the biggest flex on deck searching you can get in the Vanguard in general, and that is the strongest point of the deck. In terms of resource, I feel the deck easily has it covered. Planet Idol, which is a card that helps you to that can attack from back row, helps you to gain more soul, more draws, and the cost for the Vanguard Pacifica to activate the effects. And you have other cards that actually help you search for Pacifica, a rare card that help you to search for more Pacifica, and a rare card that helps you to recycle and counter charge by returning more Pacifica from drop zone back to deck. So from a glance, you can see that there is a proper game loop you can see with Pacifica as a deck. But what's went wrong? Well, to put it simply, the deck kind of have a very similar issue with a recently newly released right line in the main nations, Alden. Alden has a problem where it has a strong utility and also chain ability, but it suffers from being able to consistently get the power boost because it heavily relies on their own support to get additional power, and it doesn't gain the power on its own. This is a similar case. A lot of cards in Pacifica as of now are very good, but it doesn't have enough pressure power to push for the game, especially in the volatile meta right now where power is essentially everything. And also, despite the deck actually draw 2 cards and search a lot of time you are going to have empty hand problem, similar to Omega Ratio in a sense that you're having a lot of hand, but those hands are unguardable. So for this case, most of your hand will most likely be filled with Pacifica. Yes, you can do run some of the other support to help you to play around in that department, but overall I would have to say Pacifica definitely feels like a deck that should have come for the Ridicule booster at least 1 to 2 booster before for it to be actually fitting in the format. Is there a way to fix the Pacifica? Fortunately, yes. Just keep another Pacifica into the deck that can actually do the back row attack, as that is currently the biggest bottleneck of the deck that is having right now. The fact that you only have 1 base target in the deck. So if there are more than 1 base target in the deck for Pacifica, the deck definitely improves. But what do you guys think? Do leave down in the comments below on what you think about the Pacifica, whether am I being too lenient for the deck or am I being too harsh? But yeah, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, and this is McMegane signing out.